See, yesterday we have seen uh, quick table calculation, and previous to that we covered filters. There is one more concept in the filter perspective, that is parameters. Okay, what is parameter basically? What is parameter? That we will see today. It is just as a variable. In OBI, we have variables, right? Similar to that, it is a parameter. So parameter, whenever you want to do some action based on the values you selected in the filter, whenever you want to do some action based on the value selected in the filter, and that value you want to capture in one variable, in that cases we go for parameter. Basically, for example, one example I can tell you, we have order date, okay, where you are displaying year wise data, and you have line quantity. Okay, this is clear. Now I'm placing my order date, okay, inside my filter where I want to display years. Okay, click on okay. Now I'm showing this filter. I want to show this filter. Okay, see here, I'm selecting 1998. Now whatever the value I selected, it is displayed. Selecting 1997. So this is 1997. Beside this, I want to display prior year. That is called 1996 data. So in OBI, we do time series function called ego to get prior year basically. But here, we don't have any time series functions. Okay. First thing, we don't have any time series. So here, whenever I selected any year value, example, I have selected 1996, then I want to display here 1996, I'm able to get, but here I want to display 1995. Is that clear? So this is 1996, here I want to display 1995. That means whatever you selected, based on that, I want to display the previous year. So that can be achieved by using a parameter. Okay, so first, the purpose of parameter is whatever you selected here, that value I want to capture inside a variable. So based on that, I can do some calculation to get the prior. The purpose of using parameter in this scenario is I want to capture the value whatever you selected. Example, if you selected 1997, that value I want to capture in a variable so that I can do some calculation using that. But here, whenever you selected a value, this is not a variable, it cannot be captured inside that year. It's just a filter. Whatever you selected, it will display the data, but this value cannot be stored anywhere. So that's the reason I am creating a parameter to capture the selected value. For example, here, create parameter. How to create the parameter? Here you can go and create parameter. Okay. Then this is a year parameter. Select year. I'm writing the parameter name. Like the name is select year. Okay, the parameter name I'm writing it as select year. What type of data in this parameter will be having? Okay, example, if it is a string, you can write string, but it is a integer data type. The value whatever I'm selecting is the integer data type. Okay, and current value, example, the current value by default I want in this parameter is 1998. Okay, and what are the values you wanted in this parameter? Okay, so I want the values as a list. I want the values as a list. Okay, if you're taking all, you should type the value, but if I take as a list, then I can add the values here. So what are the values? This is now just, it will act as a filter. Now this parameter will act as a filter. Instead of using year filter, we should use select year parameter inside the filter. Is that clear? So we needed values called 1998. You can add like this. Year values we wanted in this. So user can select this value that will be captured in this parameter. Whatever the values you are having, user can select that, any one of the value. But here, instead of adding these values manually, you can add these values from a parameter also. Sorry, from a column also. Is that clear? Instead of adding the values manually, you can add the values from a parameter, but there is no column called year right now. There is no column called year right now. The reason is it is not showing all the columns. It is showing only the columns of integer data type. You can see order date is not available. Why? Because order date is not integer. It's a date parameter, date column. But we needed, first we need to create a column called year, which displays the only years. So let us create the year column and let us add that column here, so that we will get the values automatically. Why reason is, today you are in 2021, you will add, tomorrow you will be in 2022. So every year you should modify this. I have to modify these values. Am I correct or not? When you are writing the values manually, every year you should add few values. That we should avoid. We can get that values from a column also. That's the reason, as we needed a year column, so that's the reason we can achieve by calculation field. When we don't have year, but you wanted a year column using a date, then that you can create by using a calculation field. Create a calculation field. And what is this field name? Year. Year. So how to get the year? You can get from order date. See here how to write the calculation. Just if you type the spelling, automatically you will get the list of the columns using ORD. You need not to write complete name also. Just you can write starting couple of letters. Automatically it will show all the columns starting with those letters. You can see. This is the date column. Now from this date I want to extract year. So you have a function called year function to extract the date. If you don't know functions, okay, no problem. Here you have that. Here you have that. Just click on this, then it will show all the functions. In that, just select the date and read this. You wanted year, right? Yeah, see here, year. What is the syntax? Returns the year of a given date as an integer. It returns an integer data type value. It extracts year. The syntax is year of a date column, which will give you 2004 if the value is like this. It's clear. If any error is there, this will throw error. For example, you see the calculation contains errors. Expected closing parenthesis or comma. You can see. So it will show error. By reading that, you can understand what that error is saying. And if it is valid, then it will show the calculation is valid. Okay. Now you can take this year instead of this filter. Now let us create a parameter. Let us create a parameter. Select year, and I want the data to be integer. The values I want to maintain in this parameter. What are the values you wanted in this parameter? Integer values. And I want it as a list. Then I want the values to be added from year column so that all the values you will get. Clear? Click on OK. Now remove this filter. Remove this column also. You can add year column. Where is the year column now? Year column, as it is a in number data type, it is considered as a measure. If you take year now, you will get aggregate function sum of year, which is wrong. Am I correct or not? It should not be considered as an aggregate function. It is considered as a measure. So we have to convert that to dimension. Is converted to dimension. All the values appearing below this is considered as a measure columns. If you want any one of the column converted to dimension, you can do that. Just click on this and you can select convert to measure, convert to dimension. Clear? Now select the year. Clear? Now you place the parameter, select year parameter inside the filter. Sorry, we cannot place inside the filter, just show the parameter. Sorry. Second, got stuck. It got stuck. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Show the parameter. Now it will show the values like this. Are you seeing?
Mm.
Now here you can change this list also. Single value list like this. Now whatever the value I selected, it has to filter here. Am I correct or not?
Yes.
So we can create a calculation for that. Now we have a parameter, but whatever I selected, that value is captured in select here. This parameter is now holding the value called whatever you selected, but that value cannot be passed as a filter directly. So we have to write calculation for that. So now I needed two things now, current year, prior year. Let us write the calculation for current year right now. Okay. Current year quantity. Okay. So what is the calculation? If year is a column, already we have year column, right? If year is equal to whatever you selected parameter, this is a parameter, this is a column. If both are same, then return the quantity, else don't return anything. Clear?
Mm.
If you don't know the syntax, just type if. See, now take the current year. See, I selected 1988, it is showing data in 1998, rest of all it is showing 0. Clear?
Mm.
Okay, whatever is selected that. Now I wanted one more called prior year. Prior year quantity. Same like if year, if you write equal to selected parameter, now this parameter is having 1993. Now year equal to 1993. I want to display the data year equal to 1992. That means whatever you selected, if I do -1, then that will go previous year. So year equal to parameter -1. Whatever the value you selected, if you do -1, that will be prior year. Am I correct? Then display
Mm.
the column, else display the 0. This is clear.
Okay.
Now pull your prior year quantity. Clear? Now instead of here, you are using example. Now if I take 1997, current year is displaying 1997, the prior year is displaying 1996. If I take 1996, current year is 1996, prior year is 1995. It's working properly now. Remove the year. Current year, total quantity, prior year quantity. Okay. Now the requirement is show the parameter. Okay. Now see here, I have market segment. Take the current year quantity, prior year quantity. Whatever the column I selected, based on that, it will display current year here and prior year. I want to display the difference also. Current year is this much, prior year is this much. So business is improved or decreased. Just I want to display the difference also. How to display the difference? Create a calculation field. Okay. Then write it as difference. Okay. Write it as difference.
Okay.
Current year quantity. Sorry. minus prior year. This is called difference. Let us use if null. You know if null, right? Whenever you are doing calculation between measure columns, it is always better to use NVL, which converts null to zero. In OB also we use that, converting null to zero. So which function it will be? Type conversion. Not type conversion. Maybe logical. Yeah, logical. If null, you can say. If null, comma zero. Here also type if null. Now it will show the difference. Want the difference to be displayed here? Yeah. And you want some formatting? You can do that formatting if you want. These two are showing negative values. The negative values I want to show in bracket, number format. It is number custom where the negative values I wanted in bracket. I don't want any decimal. Okay, rest of all it is okay. Okay, this is now here. The positive values I want to display one color. The negative values here, the business increased or decreased, I want one text to be displayed. Businesses increased or decreased, I want some text to be displayed. Then create a calculation field, increased or decreased. Business has improved or something, just I want to display something here. Okay. So here, how you can do that? If the difference is greater than zero, that means business is improved compared to last year. Am I correct or not? So I wanted performance. I want to analyze the performance, whether it is improved or not improved. If the difference is greater than zero, that means it is improved. Am I correct or not? Yes. If the difference is, where is the difference? Okay, if the difference is greater than zero, then it is improved. Else, not improved. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, performance, you take that. Now you see what happened. In the back end, you have these values in two different rows basically. Why? Because current year is for showing 1997, prior is showing for 1996. Even though you did not take year column, these two are two different rows basically. Okay. After displaying the data here, you are doing aggregation. And this calculation is performing before doing aggregation. What is performance calculation is performed before doing aggregation. That was the reason, as you have two separate rows, whenever you have taken performance, it has displayed two separate. The calculation has performed individually. This is greater than zero, you got I, and this is less than zero, you got not improved. Here you got improved, here you got not improved. That means whenever you want to do any performance analysis, it is better to do after doing aggregation. Okay, this is the one which I want to show. Now you see the difference. This one we should never do before doing aggregation. Always we have to perform after doing aggregation, the calculation, not on individual values. So the sum of difference is greater than zero, then the business is improved. Now you see, remove this and take the performance one more time. It went into color, but you can display that also. improved, improved, not improved, not. Are you seeing? When you drop the performance into colors, automatically you will get like this. Remove this. Okay. For improved, I want one color, and not improved, I want other color. Then you can drop performance into colors like this. You will get not improved this color and improved this color. If you want, you can change that color also. You can click on here, and sorry, you can click on this color section, edit the color, see here, improved, not improved. For not improved, you can take some like this also. Clear? This is the one way where we can use the parameter, and calculation fields also we have seen how to create a calculation field. We have seen the difference and greater than zero comparison, if statement, if null we have seen. So couple of calculations also we covered today. Okay. Yeah. And one more example we will see. This is clear. This requirement is clear. Parameter, how to use that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Understood.
Let us see one more requirement. See here. This is also a best example for a parameter. Okay. I have customer name. Okay. And I have sales quantity. And if you say this is my highest. Okay. Instead of quantity, let us take amount. This is my amount. Now I want to display top 10. I want to display top 10. How you will do? Customer column you will take first. Filter. Then you will go for top. By field. The top 10. This is clear. But here, right now, this report always provides top 10 dynamically. Why? Because you provided a value called 10 here. If they wanted top 8, then you have to change this value to 8. Then it will give top 8. If you wanted top 5, then change this value to top 5. You wanted top 20, then again I have to change this value to 20. But like this, how many times I should edit that? So user wanted to change his own value, just like here how he selected, the same way he want to select one value based on that this top 10, top 20 should display. So user wants his own value. So he wanted a value to be selected here. He want an option to select the value. So we can create that using a parameter. Parameter top 10. What is that? Top n. Or you can write instead of p, you can write select top n. Select top n. What values it is? Integer values. By default, I wanted it as 10. Okay, by default, I wanted it as 10. I don't want any list values. Instead, user can type the values. I don't want any list. Instead, user can type the value. Show the parameter now. Yeah. What value you wanted? I want 8. Okay. I wanted 7. I can write here. But whatever you selected, it is capturing in this parameter called select top 10. Select top 10 parameter is having value called 7. Now that should be passed here dynamically. Whatever you selected the value, that should be passed here dynamically at this place. Am I correct or not? Otherwise, if it is 20, even if you select 7, that 7 is not passing here, then this report will not display 7. It is always show what you have typed here. So what I have typed in this parameter, that should come here. So that purpose, you can select the parameter what you created here. Now, whatever you type, that will pass here automatically. So top equal to parameter instead of value I have provided. Top equal to parameter. Clear?
Yes.
So now you see whatever I'm typing, based on that, the data changes. If I type 15, then top 15 it will show. This is also one example of a parameter way to use. So how to use parameter to get top n? This is the best example for how to use parameter for top end. This is a one example how to create calculation based on value selected in the parameter. This is an example for how to create some calculations based on the value selected in the parameter. This is how to get a top end based on the value selected. Let us see one more example. This is clear, right, Suresh? This example is clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I will provide you one more example. Based on that, you will get more idea. Okay, see here, I have a let us create a graph report. See, I have a market segment. Okay, then I have line quantity. Okay, let's create a bar graph. This is a bar graph. Okay, a sample bar graph where you can show some label values, and if you want a dynamic color for each and every bar, you can pull the market segment into colors. And you want some border to be displayed? Yes, if you want, you can display the border like this. Clear? This is a bar graph. Okay, and this is a bar graph. Now I'm displaying one more line graph. I'm creating one more, which is a line graph I wanted. This is one basic line graph. Okay, this is a line graph. Okay, now see here, I have a new dashboard where I'm adding. Okay, so how to create a dashboard? These four boxes is there, right? You can add that. I will show you the dashboard. A separate section will be there for us. Don't worry. Just I'm adding objects to it. So first, before adding the reports, let us add a container. Okay, I'm adding the container. Horizontal container, when we want to drag the report side by side, then we go for horizontal. Vertical is like top and bottom, two different reports you wanted one by one, either top one report and bottom one report, then we go for vertical. So I have chosen a horizontal. Now you can pull your reports here. I'm adding bar graph. Inside horizontal container, I added the bar graph, and I'm adding the line graph. Okay, this just I don't want this one, so no, not anymore. Just remove this. Okay, I removed it. Okay, so this is bar graph, this is line graph. This you can select as an entire view. It will display the entire view. This also you can select the entire view. It will display like this. Okay, now in this dashboard, I have bar graph, line graph, where I want an option for the people that if you selected bar, then it should display bar graph. If you selected line, then it should display the line graph. So they want to select as an option here. I don't want to see two reports at a time. I want to see if the user selected graph, then it has to display the graph. So visualization, he wanted, we should provide an option for the business user where he will select the value based on that this any one of the report has to display. Is that clear? If you selected bar graph, then bar graph should display. If you select a line graph, then line graph should be displayed. But we don't have any field or any column which contains values like bar graph or line graph. Am I correct? We don't have any column like that. So in that cases, we have to go for parameter. As we don't have any column which contains bar graph, line graph, so I'm creating a parameter. Create a parameter, and these are string values. Okay, and select type. I'm providing the name as selector type. Okay, and string, you can maintain one value here, bar graph, like this, default value. So I wanted a list to be here. So what is that list? Bar graph. And the one more is line graph. I wanted two values to be populated here. So I got the two values now. Okay, now here you can see I'm selecting line graph. Okay, the same thing you can add here also. For example, you can go here, you can use this option. This is an existing report. Okay, you can go here. This option is for line graph. This option is for bar graph. Okay, this option is for bar graph. I will show you these options one more time. Don't worry. Just after adding the reports, after creating this parameter, you want to add this parameter inside the dashboard. Just here, this is an option. Here you can see the list of the parameters we have. Our parameter is second one. Okay, now if I select line graph, this should hide. If I select bar graph, then this one should hide. Is that clear? So whatever I selected, based on that, the other report should go hidden. So that means I should create a condition. Why? Because we don't have any condition to pass this value to a column. If you have a column, then directly we can pass that, okay, that column equal to parameter, but we don't have any column like that. So I'm creating a calculation field called condition, bar graph condition. What is the condition? If the parameter select a type equal to having the value called bar graph. Now, if you write this as per mathematics, if both are equal, then it will become true. Am I correct or not? You have selected type is having two values, bar graph and line graph. You have selected in this parameter bar graph, then this will have parameter will have a value called bar graph. So bar graph equal to bar graph, condition will become true. If you select here line graph, then here parameter will have line graph. So line graph equal to bar graph, condition is false. So this is a condition which returns a true or false based on the value selected in the parameter. Okay, is that clear? If you want, you can verify that. See here, I am displaying the value here. I selected line graph, it is displaying false. If I select bar graph, it is displaying true.
Okay.
Now I can place this condition inside the filter, then I can select only true. As I selected true, for false, it will not display anything.
Okay.
The same thing you can write one more condition for line graph also. What is the condition? Otherwise, you can use the same one also. You can use the same one also. Here I'm displaying the data when you selected true. And line graph should be displayed when I select when this column is having false. Am I correct or not? This column is having false. Yeah, that way also you can write. Yeah. Now pull the same condition and display the data when you have false value. But when you have more than one, then definitely you should write three conditions. Example, I have one more pie chart also. Now, if you select here false, then even if you select pie chart, this condition will become false. and this will be displayed even if you select the pie chart. So there you should create these separate conditions instead of maintaining one condition. For bar graph, how you return the condition, for line graph also you have to write the condition. Line graph selected parameter equal to line graph. Instead of going for true false, you should go for three separate conditions, and all three conditions you should add in three filters. Then you should select the true. Is that clear? So now if I select bar graph, this will not show. Why? Because you enabled here false. So this report will show only when you have false value. Clear?
Yes.
Where you have, if you have more than one types. Example, right now I have maintained only bar graph, line graph. But if you have pie chart also, then this will not work. In that cases, you should create one more condition. Line graph condition. Clear?
Yes, sir.
And this one, the parameter, this report should display only if the parameter is having the values called line graph. If you write here spelling mistake, then that will not display. Whatever the value here you are showing, that value only you should write. Example, here you have written some spelling mistake, then that will not show. Okay. Now this condition you should have here, make it true. Okay. Now if I select bar graph, this is displaying and this will not display. Clear?
Yes.
Clear or any confusion?
No, sir. Okay, fine. Like view selector, we can use this, sir.
Yes,
In OBI,
exactly.
we can use.
Yes, just like view selector, this is. Yes, exactly. It is similar to view selector in OBI. But here we don't have direct option. That's the reason we should go for parameter. Yeah. So these are the different examples where we can use parameter. Like this, we will have multiple, but these are the few places where we can use a parameter. Clear? And